Welcome to my video guide of the North Jupiter Flatwoods natural area. We're going to start by zooming into the area using Google Earth. Now I'm switching to the Google Maps view of the same area, and you can see right here on Google Maps that just adjacent to Jupiter Community Park on Island Way in Jupiter, you'll find the North Jupiter Flatwoods natural area. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in, and you'll see that there are some trails that have been created for walking and jogging. The North Jupiter Flatwoods natural area is about 160 acres, and you can see that there are a lot of places to explore around here. I'm going to use the map to kind of show you the general layout, but I've taken some photographs from the ground level view so that you can see what this incredible area really looks like. Okay, let's start back at Jupiter Community Park, which is where you have to go to get access to the Flatwoods area. So you'll have to come onto Island Way and turn into the entrance of the community park, turn left, and then you can park anywhere in this parking lot here. There's a really nice restroom facility over here. There are several other restroom facilities in the park. But this is a great place to change your clothes if you're stopping by on your way home from work, for example, and you need to put your running clothes on or your walking outfit. You can go ahead and do that there. And then park in this general area, and you're ready to enter the Flatwoods area. So here's a picture of what the entrance looks like. Once you pass the entrance, you'll see right here there is a bridge, and the bridge crosses over this waterway here and then onto a concrete walkway that's very easy to walk on. And even if you're jogging or running, you can certainly run across there very easily. If you want to head over here to the left, you're going to come to the observation platform. You can do some catch and release fishing. You can look at some of the wildlife that's inhabiting the pond. And I even like to go there sometimes to do push-ups or step-ups and use some of the benches and railings to get a little bit of a workout in. But if you really want to go for some sort of aerobic walk or jog, you're going to want to come over here to the right. And at this point, you're going to cross over this boardwalk. And in this particular picture from Google Maps, it doesn't really look that wet. But this time of year in particular, this is all filled with water, and it looks more like a pond at this point. But it's a wetlands area that you're going to see some pretty interesting wildlife in if you stop along the boardwalk and look for a few minutes. So here's a picture that I took recently from the boardwalk looking to the left, and you can see how much water is in there right now. Moving right along, after the boardwalk, you're going to come to another concrete walkway, which is also, again, very easy to walk on. And I'm going to zoom out so we can kind of look at some options here once you get to this general area. Now, if you want to do a short workout and you want to stay on the concrete and the pavement, you can go ahead and just go around this loop and head back. The loop itself is about 1/4 mile around, and if you were to go to it, go around it, go back, you're probably looking at a workout that's about 1 mile long. Here are some pictures that I took along this part of the trail so you can see what it looks like. So that's a really good starter workout, or a morning walk, for example. But if you want to do a longer workout, you have some other options. There is a marked hiking trail that when you're halfway around this loop, you'll notice a little sign at this point and the entrance to this path that's actually in the woods. So at this point, you're kind of going off-road into a pretty rustic path. Now from here, it doesn't look like much, but the photographs you'll be able to see what the trail looks like a little bit better. It kind of winds around in here, and then it goes up into here, comes around this dirt road, and then it goes back in the woods. There is another observation platform up here, and then it winds its way back through the Flatwoods to approximately here. And that trail is about 1.5 miles long, and it's very rustic. It's not as clear as I would like it to be if I were going to be running on it on a regular basis, because there are a lot of trees that have sort of grown large roots. It is a little bit challenging to run without tripping. Trust me, I know that from experience. But it's getting better the more people go in there and kind of trample it down a little bit with the foot traffic. It's getting a lot easier to run on. This photograph will give you an idea of what this trail looks like at this point. Another option when you're over here in this area on the loop is you can see there's more of an access dirt road that starts about here. And you can go, this is much easier to run on. And you can take this, you can run up through here, you can go all the way up here. I'll go ahead and pan out a little bit. You can come over here, and then you're going to come to this much easier to run on area here. This is actually a little bit grassy. This will give you an idea of what the trail looks like at this point with the grass. And this shot shows some wood storks that I saw one day when I was running through there, and I think I may have even gotten an osprey flying away as well. And again, you can come back in to the woodsy area, or you can actually keep going, and then you can come around here right next to the road. The only thing about this is at certain times of the year it can be a little bit muddy right through here, but for the most part I've been able to run through here with a regular pair of sneakers without really having any difficulty. And then you come through here and you actually come all the way back here. This gives you an opportunity to run through here, around here. You can go to that observation platform and back. So you can do a nice loop like that. And here's a shot of the observation platform from this angle. And then there are actually even more options because this natural area has a really nice border around it that I've also found is pretty nice for running. So if you really want to get more distance in or just explore even more of this area, when you're over here on the natural road, and I'm going to zoom in to make it a little bit easier to see. It's very easy to see this when you're down on the ground. You can actually go this way, and this will take you out really to the edge. And although it doesn't look very clear, this is a really nice running path here. I took this photo so you could see what I'm talking about. And you can come up to here. It's all fenced in, so you don't have to worry about this neighborhood over here. I think this is North Fork or part of the Shores. So there's some really nice houses in here. But you can come around here, you can run on this gravel road. You can run all the way up here, all the way up here. And then you can come back around, and this is all very clear and very easy to run in. So you have that option as well. So if you want a long workout and you actually stay within the boundaries of the North Jupiter Flatwoods natural area, you can actually get anywhere from 3 to 5 miles in and not really run across the same path twice. However, if you do want to go for an even longer workout, there are some additional options. You can actually cross the street over here and there's an entrance to additional natural area here, and you can literally walk right up here next to Rialto, this housing development. You can actually walk down this little path to this pond, and there's lots of things you can do at that point. You can go around the pond, or you can go back. But this is, kind of adds a little bit of distance there. And other options, of course, is you can enter the park. And sometimes what I do is I just, kind of run down the streets here in the park, and I run around. Depends on whether there's a lot happening over here in the field. The only thing I'll say is you can't really get out of the park in this area here. Years ago, you could scoot in here because all of the vegetation that was planted here on Island Way was really small, and it was pretty easy to get in through the openings in the fence. But now it's so overgrown that it's very difficult to get out. So the only way you can really run around these soccer fields here would be to actually run inside the park. So really the best way to get out of the park is through this main area here. But anyway, as you can see, that can add quite a bit of distance to your run. So that's an overview and a summary of the North Jupiter Flatwoods natural area and some ways that you can get a good workout in if you choose to visit.